pretending I'm doing well. My need is such, I pretend too much. I'm lonely, but no one can tell. Oh yes, I'm the great pretender, adrift in a world of my own. I played a game, but to my real shame, you left me to dream all alone. Too real is this feeling of make-believe. Too real when I feel what my heart can't conceive. Oh, yes, I'm the great pretender, just laughing and gay like a clown.
3, 2, 1, action.
So you fired your lawyer?
After I fired my lawyer in an impromptu manner, I quickly decided that I would represent myself in a court of law. After all, how hard could it be? It seemed to me that I had a quickly mounting pile of evidence proving Yvonne's ill intentions. I had the 2 letters, I had the photos of Yvonne while she danced the night away, and I had Sharon as a witness that I was in fact staying and living at Yvonne's house while under a no contact order that was imposed on me for her protection. Entirely contrary to her most recent allegations of harassment. I hustled out and bought myself a few legal books, including the Criminal Code of Canada, a new suit, a briefcase, and I felt fully prepared to represent myself. Yvonne was blissfully unaware that I knew all about the allegations made by her against me to the Crown and the courts. She had no idea of the existence of the photo I took the night of May 2nd, 1999 at the nightclub, where she made an astounding recovery from strep throat. In the meantime, I had made new arrangements to stay at my friend Joel's and his new girlfriend's apartment. I guess the Crown would continuously call Yvonne to check in on her well-being, and that they dutifully informed her that I'd be representing myself. The days went by and I started to be bombarded with phone calls at work by Yvonne. She was very adept at fooling the reception with fake names, and inevitably I had to take the call. She began to realize that this whole fabricated manner before the courts was getting way out of control and started to snowball. She pleaded with me to meet her after work. This time, she claimed her father was willing to step in and help. Her father, Philip Gardner, was a respected nuclear physicist at the time and worked for a company called Triumph. Against all advice of my closest friends and family and colleagues, I agreed to meet her.
No, God! No, God, please, no! No! No!
When I went to meet her, and every time after that, I was prepared with a hidden tape recorder and disposable camera. I honestly felt like a bit of the guy from Uncle, the old TV spy show. She was incredibly apologetic and told me that the Crown was pressuring her for statements and evidence. She was visibly scared and confused and stated that the Crown wanted her to write letters claiming that I was harassing her in order to bolster their case against me. She claimed that the Crown freaked her out into writing it. I did feel pity for her and hoped that some involvement with her father might change the course of the action being pursued by the courts. Once again, she invited me to stay at her house while all the insanity was taking place. This time, though, I did not stay as a boyfriend accepting her charity. I was beginning to see through her slimy lies, and I went to stay as a defendant, trying to gather evidence to contradict the Crown's allegations. My ruse included the fact that at times when Yvonne was asleep, I would put the day's newspaper page over her and snap a quick photo. I did this a number of times in order to try to prove that the bullshit about the stalking allegations were entirely unfounded, with no basis on this planet or any other planet. However, at the same time, it was a huge thorn in my side. I certainly knew that those photos could be used as proof of my breaking my no contact order issued by the courts. I found that I was no longer concerned about breaking the no contact order, as I was driven by a burning desire to acquire evidence in order to disprove the false allegations. Whenever Yvonne and I went outside in public, I made sure we went to places where people knew both of us and we were seen together having a merry time. I would collect receipts for drinks, dinners, cinema visits, etc. There was an additional slew of letters from friends stating that they saw Yvonne willing with me on many recent occasions. I also had staff that I worked with willing to attest that Yvonne was calling me at work and using fake names to get me to come to the phone. At one time, I even had my manager, Damon, listen to the calls in at work when she used these fake names to get me to come to the phone. I was beginning to build my case and evidence.